Hi everyone. This week's video is teach a dog to stop barking at the door. In this video, your dog will learn when the doorbell rings to run to his mat or bed and to lay down and stay there while you answer the door. Welcome to Diamond Dog Training. I'm Joyce Diamond, professional dog trainer. For over 40 years, I have been helping people train their dogs using positive, effective training tips. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please crush that subscribe button and ring the bell so you will receive all of the weekly videos. Do you have a dog that when someone knocks on your door, or when the doorbell rings, or even when someone says hello, that your dog barks? Not only do they bark, but from wherever they're at in the house, they come flying to the door, bouncing on the door, barking the whole time, and it's really even difficult for you to even talk to the person at the door. When you train a dog that's overreacting to a situation, whether they're overreacting to another dog or a person or a doorbell, the goal is to keep your dog under threshold, so that your dog never explodes and overreacts to a situation. So what I'm going to do now is something that I never do. I'm going to ring the doorbell and I'm going to video my two dogs running to the door and barking. I haven't ever had a doorbell, so this is something new. So I know when they hear the new sound, they're going to run to it and bark. So how do you accomplish teaching your dog to stop barking at the door? First, we need to teach your dog to go to a mat. I'm going to tell her, take it. And then I'm going to say, Nikki, go to bed. Or a bed. In the playlist, go to his mat, you will see how to teach your dog to go to the mat, to go to the bed, and lay down and stay. Your dog laying on a mat while you exercise. So, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Diamond Dog Training. Think of the many uses you can use for your mat. While you eat your dinner. This is a great use of the exercise. Teach your dog to go to his mat. All those videos will help you to teach your dog to go and lay down on their mat. Once your dog learns this exercise, then we're ready to teach your dog to stop barking at the door. I have a bench here and I put Nikki's mat on the bench so that you can see easier when I go to the door. I'm going to be working on knocking on the door, ringing the doorbell. I haven't had a doorbell. The doorbell's been broken for years. So I now have a doorbell. So I fully expect that my dog is going to bark when she hears the doorbell ring. You're going to see how we help her to realize that when the doorbell rings, she runs to her mat. What you can do is you can record a doorbell on your phone. And then you would play the doorbell at the lowest volume until your dog says, oh, that's no big deal. And every time the doorbell on the phone rings, you would be feeding. So what we're doing is we're associating the doorbell with food. We're telling your dog that the food is good, so therefore the doorbell is okay. So let's see how we do it. So I'm here at the door. I've opened the door. Now my dogs have never heard a doorbell. You're going to hear Bibi and Nikki. As soon as they bark, I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to take chicken and I'm going to start feeding them chicken, because I'm just not going to use dog food. I'm going to use something really high value. The key to this is that I'm not going to feed them until the doorbell rings. I want them to hear the doorbell and then immediately get the food. It's only one time I'm going to ring it, but this is the first time they've ever heard this doorbell ring. So let's see what happens. Hope it works. I'm gonna feed my dogs. Gonna feed them the chicken. So the first thing I'm telling them is, on the bench, baby, on the bench, good girl. 1 ring of the doorbell, and look at all the chicken you get. We've got a lot of work to do. Bibi's ears are back, she's unsure, everything is very frightening, especially for Bibi, and she's probably gonna bark again. So all I'm doing is feeding her more chicken. I would like to feed her the chicken while the doorbell is not ringing. 1 ring of the doorbell, and now my girls know it's a feast of chicken, and that's what you want to do. Now, if your dog is laying on a bed next to the door or near the door, we've got a long way to go again before the doorbell rings, but right now, I wanted to show you dogs barking when the doorbell rings. Now, the important thing is you don't ring the doorbell again for probably another 15 minutes, at least, maybe not even tonight, because Bibi especially is very nervous right now. What was that sound? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start very simple. We're gonna have them on their mat. We're gonna reward them for their mat. I'm gonna go to the door. I'm gonna start to touch the door, go back and feed them. If at any time they bark, I know that I have gone too far, that I have asked too much of them, because I wanna keep them under threshold, meaning that I don't want them to bark. I don't wanna create stress. The way that a dog learns is when they're not stressed. So I've shut the door. I'm not gonna ring the doorbell, but I am going to tell my girls that when I touch the door, they get chicken. Remember, I have to do something like touch the door, turn the key, turn the knob, knock on the door. I have to do that first before I feed them so that they associate the food with the action. So I'm gonna turn toward the door and I'm gonna feed my girls some chicken. Good job. If at any point they start to bark, I'm either going to feed more chicken so that they stop barking and realize it's okay, or I am able to take a step back, meaning maybe I don't turn all the way toward the door, maybe just a little bit. Good job, ladies. So this is going well. We've been doing this for a few minutes. These sessions that you do have to be very short. They have to be short, and my girls already know on the bench means to get on their mat. So it's not like they've never been on this bench before. So practice, go to the mat exercises, and then we start this one of teach a dog to stop barking at the door. I'm gonna give her a piece of chicken for being on the mat. All right, I'm gonna turn toward the door again. I'm gonna touch the door. Just touch it. Good girl. This time, I'm gonna see if I can just turn the key. Good. If I was using dog food, there's a good possibility that my dogs would not be as relaxed. The better the food, the more relaxation. You keep doing these exercises because you have to get your dog comfortable with you being around the door, walking to the door. If your mat is further away than mine, then walk to the door and come back and feed your dog. I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna feed. I'm not gonna ring the doorbell again. It would be too much, I think, for Bibi. We'll see. I'm going to open the door more. I'm going to feed again. Good. Bibi's still a little upset. Can you see how she's trembling a little bit? Ears are back. Nikki's more relaxed. You want to look at what your dog is telling you. Ears back, not quite so comfortable. Then you stop. Stop the session. Start again. All right, I'm going to unlock the door. Open it. I'm gonna feed again. Remember, the action always comes first before you feed. And I'm gonna feed Bibi. I'm gonna do something that might trigger a bark now. I'm gonna say, hello. Okay. because that's frequently something that might make a dog bark. And she didn't, so I'm gonna give her a lot of chicken. Do you think we can ring the doorbell? If you have any doubt that your dog is not ready for it, don't do it. So I'm gonna knock on the door first before I ever think about ringing the bell. That was great. No barking. Good job. I'm gonna open the door. Hi, how are you? Okay, so for BB, that was too much. She couldn't take hi, how are you? Come on, Nick, up, up. Good girl, Beavers. Oh, good girl, all right? So we take a step back, not in distance, but in how we're training. We're not going to say it like that. We're just gonna say hi. And BB was okay with that. So, and try one more time. Hi. Okay, a little too much for her. So I'm gonna have to feed her more food as I say hi. So I'm gonna say hi before I ever get to the door. Hi. That way I'm not combining the door with saying hi. And there are certain triggers that will bring your dog for barking. One of them is the word hi, right? Good girl, Nick. For Nikki, it doesn't trigger her. For BB, it does. Hi. But Nikki's not barking either, so she gets it. Do a couple more. Hi. Good girl. Hi there. And you can see how I'm getting more excited, and the more I'm excited, but I'm right here with her. So I don't think I can combine the door with the word hi right now. So let's see if I can go to the door without saying hi. Good. When I don't combine the two triggers of saying hi and the door, BB can handle it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is the way that you can teach your dog to stop barking at the door. You need a mat, some really good food, chicken, cheese, hot dogs, something like that, and time. You need to make your session short with lots of food to reward your dog. Thank you for watching Diamond Dog Training. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and ring the bell so you'll receive all the episodes. Have a great day from Diamond Dog Training and Nikki and BB.